And I loved seeing the presentation on Puerto Rico too. I'm excited to see all the presentations on the ecosystems that are happening today. And I'd like to take a little bit of time to talk to you about the city of Yokohama, Japan. My name is Nikolai Muth. I work at the City of Yokohama's representative office to the Americas. The city actually has a number of international offices and around the world. And we are located in New York City in America, but we are representing to all the Americas, and we have outreach offices, like I said, all over the world. So we are happy to get you in touch with a more close representative office if you'd like. But let me just kind of give you an overview of the city of Yokohama first, and then I'll dive into sort of its innovation ecosystem. And then I'd like to also show you a couple different opportunities that might be of interest if you're looking at the Japanese market or interested in, exploring possibilities of, new markets globally. So first thing to know about Yokohama is where it is in Japan. So here's a map of Japan, and you can see that the city of Yokohama is the star, sort of zoomed in there on that map. And you'll notice that it's actually very, very close to Tokyo, which we all know is the sort of largest municipality city in Japan. Yokohama actually on its own is the second largest city in Japan by population. So Yokohama on its own has a very, very strong population for workers and people and companies, while being very, very close to the center of Tokyo, which is a great boon for the companies that are located in Yokohama. They have that market access to Tokyo, they have access to international airports, and but they have the benefits of being in a place like Yokohama, which is very unique because Yokohama is a port town, a port city. It has been consistently rated as a very nice place to live. It's got this open atmosphere. You can see the waterfront from many of the office buildings, and it's a very popular location for workers and for people and for those raising families, and just everybody that I've talked to that has been to Yokohama has enjoyed their time there. So that's something we're very excited about. And another thing that's worth noting is that Yokohama has 10 international schools because as a city in Japan, being a port city, Yokohama was open to a lot of international influence from, very early days in Japanese history. So there's a lot of support for international companies and startups and ideas and influences in the city. So it's great for companies that are coming in internationally and looking to bring their workers or start families or whatever in Japan. So another thing that we can look at right here is that waterfront district that I was mentioning. Yokohama's waterfront district is actually that one right on the water is its most expanding in district right now in terms of business. So you can see this is a sort of conglomeration of some of these global companies that have moved into this waterfront area and opened up their headquarters and research and development bases. So all of these companies form a sort of open innovation complex of these companies that have established bases, but their doors are open to companies looking to come in and collaborate or share ideas. And you can see there are lots of companies that you recognize, some you might not, but they're all worth taking a look at because these are sort of the innovation drivers, the large corporations that are pushing innovation in the city. And another part of that is the universities that are in Yokohama. There's a large number of universities and a bunch of them focus specifically on STEM, the science and engineering. So you have this pipeline of talented researchers and engineers that are studying in Yokohama and then entering the workforce, which attracts even more companies to open up the R&D centers and facilities and headquarters. So it's essentially this feedback loop that has really enriched the local innovation ecosystem very, very naturally, which we'd love to see. So that's sort of a natural way that the ecosystem has been enriched. But the city itself has been really putting a lot of effort into building out that innovation ecosystem. You can kind of see here some of the effort, the conscious effort that the city, the local government has made in developing this ecosystem. So in 2019, they declared that Yokohama was going to be Japan. And since then, the city has been really working very hard to achieve that goal, that ideal. In the same year, there was a startup support base called Yokuso Box that opened up in the city. So, new support for startups and entrepreneurs looking to make a change and introduce their new ideas to the city. And then in 2020, Yokohama was designated as one of Japan's global startup cities by the national government. And then this year, the Yokohama Future Organization was founded, and we're very excited about that. I think this sort of forms one of the opportunities that I was mentioning. I'd like to dive a little bit more into what this Yokohama Future Organization is. So the Yokohama Future Organization is a partnership or consortium of over 70 companies, universities, and of course, Yokohama City, the government itself, that launched in August of this year. And the goal of this organization is to connect the local needs and social issues to the sort of advanced technologies and ideas that generate innovation and, generate innovation, like create new markets and help build a model city for the future. So what that functionally means is that if you're a company that's interested in coming to Japan and you offer technological solutions to social issues, I mean, I'm talking like smart city, I'm talking, green tech, IT, IoT, in Yokohama, there is this organization, this consortium now, that wants to meet you and collaborate with you. And I think that that's a really great opportunity for companies that are looking at Japan, because it's not always easy to connect with large companies in Japan. It's not always easy to get in the door. It's not always easy to, find the opportunities to meet and talk to these kinds of companies. But now through this Yokohama Future Organization, we have this entryway to networking, to making good business connections and developing great relationships and partners. So I think that's a really great opportunity. If you want to know more about it or how we can leverage this, please reach out. I'll have my contact information at the end. But then one other opportunity I wanted to mention really quick is Smart City X. And this is Smart City X. It is a startup program that is started this year. Actually, I guess it started last year, but then it's continuing this year. It's a global innovation program started by Scrum Studio, which is an offshoot of the American VC Scrum Ventures. And the program is an immersive year-long, overall, sort of the actual function of it is about half a year long, but it's a startup program aimed at helping seed to growth stage companies advance their smart product and business development through in-depth collaboration with these leading corporations in Japan, technology experts and investors. And not only in Japan, but around the world. But you can see here some of the partners and supporters of this program, and you'll see that there's a lot of really important Japanese companies. You can see there's Japan Post, there's Japan Airlines, JR East, there's a lot of companies, and actually you can see in the bottom left, there's a lot of cities participating in this too and sharing ideas and knowledge. And we are very excited to see this and be a part of it too, because the city of Yokohama just joined this program recently. So the applications are open for this program until December 31st of this year. So you have about a month from today to apply if you're interested. And you can see the startup categories that are sort of being targeted on the right there. And a little bit, that's sort of a little vague. If you're interested to know if you fit that description, please let me know, because we can talk about it and figure it out and figure out what's best for you. But the startups participating in the Smart City X program will be put on a fast track to create, launch, and scale their products, which we hope will result in lasting business development between these startups and the companies and the partners and supporters that you can see here. So, for network expansion and showcasing your company, this is another really good opportunity. And you can find more about that on our website, which is businessyokohama.com, or Smart City X. If you just Google Smart City X, you'll find more information as well. So that was it. That was a just sort of quick overview of the city of Yokohama. And this is my email. You can see our website here is businessyokohama.com. And then I have a QR code for our office's LinkedIn as well. If you're sort of interested, or you think maybe in the future, our company will be looking at the Japanese ecosystem, I really recommend that you follow us on LinkedIn or get in touch with me or check out our website, because we always put out new information. We want to share opportunities to expand in Japan. So if you're interested in Japan, please contact us. We're happy to talk at any time about your goals in the Japanese market and how we can help you expand into Japan. Thank you very much. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the presentations today.